Online, as you know, is a great place to be, right? Here we are. So, stop laughing at your mother. So,
hi there, welcome to Fired Up with my Killtron. And this week we are on location in Brampton, my hometown, and we have a very special guest today. My mom, Donna.
hi everybody.
Hi. So the reason why we're on location today is because we wanted to feature a very special episode, which is the Brampton Baking Challenge.
All right, I challenge anybody. I baked a chocolate cake. You know that song? If I knew you were coming, I'd bake a cake. So
What? What song is that?
yeah, if you knew I was coming, I would have baked a cake. Baked a cake if I knew you were coming.
She wanted to bake some other scone thing that was quite complicated, and then proceeded to tell me that when I was like, well, maybe just do something simple because this is not exactly a Bon Appetit level show yet. Maybe just do something simple. And she's like, why? Everything I make is complicated. I was like, oh.
It's a little more complex. I'm going to just demonstrate a simple cake that you'll love forever and ever, and you can make it into cupcakes and anything else you like. It's a fragile cake though. It's light and airy, so you have to be careful when you take it out of anything.
Okay.
Now I've lost my train of thought. Besides that, I've only had 4 hours of sleep. A cat was on my chest, the raccoons were fighting, and the wind was blowing 100 miles an hour. Sorry, 100 kilometers an hour. I'm still the old school. And that was sort of my night. So anyway, I'm putting my sandals on because I'm short and I need the height for the counter. I know I could take some paper towel or some other kind of choice here, wax paper, parchment paper, and spread it on, but I'm from the old school. And I apply it with my fingers. That's the way it is. It's okay, you don't have to eat it. We're gonna eat it.
Would you say that baking is something that you should always substitute if you don't have, or try to make sure you have the correct ingredients?
The correct ingredients, the portion measured accurately is important because baking is a science. It's a chemical reaction.
Just let everyone know what they should have if they're interested in baking. What should they have for this particular cake?
All you need is a pot a bowl to put the ingredients in, and some measuring spoons, measuring cup, and of course the exact ingredients.
Do you need any large appliances for this?
Nope, just maybe a whisk for the eggs, or a fork for the eggs. And I used my KitchenAid mixer just to bring it all together to make it smooth.
The stand mixer or?
The handheld KitchenAid mixer.
Right.
That's all you need.
You also have a stand mixer, but you don't use it.
Oh, that's a lot it's heavy to get out of the bottom cupboard.
Maybe you don't need it anymore.
I love it. She wants it, that's the problem.
And you also need an oven.
Well, I should hope.
Not everyone may have an oven.
You cannot do this in anything else. You know, if you've got one of those toaster ovens, the microwave, this isn't a microwavable cake, and I can't imagine eating a microwavable cake, but I'm not a packaged mix girl, so I don't.
So this is from scratch?
Everything I do is from scratch.
Okay.
People say, oh, where'd you get this? And I'm highly insulted when they ask me where I got it. I got it from my oven, okay? So it cooks at 350 from 45 to 50 minutes.
Okay.
And then, believe it or not, don't put any frosting on it. It's so chocolatey good, you don't need any sweet icing.
Okay. How did you start baking?
My mother was a baker, in-house baker, not professionally, but she enjoyed baking. I mean, that woman was never without 3 22-kilo bags of Robin Hood flour. Like, she baked all her breads, donuts, biscuits, rolls for dinner, cookies. She was Norwegian, and she made these wonderful buns, which Maya and I really, really loved, and sweet buns for breakfast, and pies, and you name it. She needed a lot of flour, and she spent time, she enjoyed it. She thoroughly enjoyed baking, and that's where it kind of rubbed off, and I tried to rub it off onto her.
But even at a time when it was seen as a woman's job to cook all the meals and prepare everything and to spend a good portion of their time in the kitchen, her level of baking was even unusual for that.
Yes, her mother didn't bake that much, so why she became so enthusiastic, I'm really not sure. But she even did wedding cakes, and yeah, she did my Uncle Henry and Aunt Marguerite's wedding cake. She had the pans for it. She had a cake decorating unit back then, way back then, and everything was so neat on it, so clean, and she just seemed to have that talent.
In a moment, I will ask Antoine how my cake is. As you know, I can't eat it, so I have to rely on someone else's taste buds.
This is good. It's still warm, which is great. It's very moist. It's probably the most moist chocolate cake I've had. I don't even know how it's really staying together.
And
And the coffee taste is not overpowering.
Do you miss the icing?
It mostly just tastes like chocolate. There is coffee in this?
a cup of coffee.
Weird.
Yeah. Yeah. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, with true honesty,
10.
and not just because I know you.
No, it's really good. It's really moist. I'm surprised how you get it that moist.
Yeah, it's the ingredients.
What's the fat in this?
Oil,
Okay.
canola oil.
Hmm.
That's it. It's the coffee and the buttermilk and the
And
oil.
yeah, it doesn't need icing.
No.
It is quite sweet.
A little whipping cream, that's perfect. It's not, the whipping cream isn't sweet.
Yeah. It balances it.
Good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Next time I'll make a chocolate cake for myself. I promised.
Okay.
Or a gluten-free one.
Yes.
Nice.
Thanks so much for joining us today on this very special episode of Fired Up. If you're interested in the recipe, I will post it below. If you have any other suggestions of things that you might want to be baked on the show, make sure to leave them in the comments, smash the like, and hit subscribe. So once again, thanks, Mom, for coming on the show.
I enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed this cake.
It's a good cake.
Yes, 10 ingredients. That's it.